Hello and welcome to Marilleva Ski Resort here in the Dolomites. Look at them, they are proper mountains. Great just riding around here and looking at those all day. This is my first time here in Marilleva and my first time in the Dolomites, and my first impressions are it's a really cool resort. Marilleva forms part of Ski Dolomites. What I wanted to talk to you about now was just my first impressions of this resort. It's great, but it's busy, is what it boils down to. Today has been a day of lift lines. Now, lift lines hasn't been something that I've been used to over the last couple of years, and to be honest, it's one of the reasons why I started to avoid coming to European resorts. It's not been that bad. I mean, I think the longest that we've waited is about 5 to 10 minutes, but actually for me that's quite a lot, and it does put a little bit of a downer on the day. That being said, there is plenty of lifts and they access plenty of terrain. From Marilleva, you can ski over to Madonna di Campiglio, you can ski to Pinzolo, and you can explore some of the combined areas without having to get a bus anywhere. Before heading on to the stats for Marilleva and the surrounding ski areas, I want to point you in the direction of my website. My website's a great resource with resort reviews and articles that can help you plan your trip and find out a little bit more about the resorts I'm visiting. The website's constantly being updated and improved, so make sure to check it out. Link is on the screen and in the description. But let's get into some of the stats that make Marilleva what it is. Well, the local area of Marilleva and Folgorida consists of around 60 kilometers of pistes. That area is serviced by 25 chairlifts. That doesn't quite tell the whole story. When you actually ski over between Marilleva and then Madonna di Campiglio or Pinzolo, that actually opens up 150 kilometers of terrain. Marilleva can be considered a great base for a trip to the Ski Dolomites. Just the mere fact that you have 150 kilometers of pistes all within that same linked ski area is really useful. But besides from that, its central location to those 4 ski resorts means that you can kind of choose where you want to go and be at the center of it all. Be aware that Marilleva and neighbouring Folgorida are definitely aimed more at your intermediates and beginners, with over 50% of the runs there marked as blue or red terrain. If you're looking for steeps, you're not really going to find them in Marilleva. There's a couple. I think on the piste map it works out about 13% of runs that are blacks, but because you've got the access to Madonna di Campiglio, you can make your way over there, and there is plenty of challenge to be found in Madonna Ski Resort. Although Marilleva does have its own terrain park, if freestyle is what you're really interested in, I wouldn't necessarily recommend Marilleva as a base. Madonna di Campiglio has one of the best terrain parks in Europe, so I would definitely skip out on Marilleva on this one. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I went through it once. It was one jump, one box. I never went back. Maybe it gets bigger throughout the season, but what they had when I was there, it was pretty missable, to be honest. Using Marilleva as a base to the ski resorts is definitely a great option for those of you who are wanting ski in, ski out accommodation. To be honest, the village at Marilleva 1400 does look a bit old and tired, but you really can't argue with the location. Walk straight out your front door and you're there at the main lifts and the main gondola. If you're looking for something a little bit more chilled, away from the main drag, around Marilleva there are loads of beautiful little Italian villages. I myself stayed in Castello, a village nice and high up on the opposite side of the valley with some great views. All in all, I've had a fantastic day here, and thank you very much for watching.